Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Miniart, and it comes in 1/35 scale. So this time we are going to check British B-type Armoured lorry, and in 1/35 scale it might be an interesting build to assemble. And we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review, and the kit number, it's written here, it's 39006. So the vehicle itself is depicted here on this nice box art. I really like box arts on Miniart kits. These could be really good posters as well. I wonder why they're not including them at least into the kit, not to mention as selling them as a separate, let's say, accessories. Nevertheless, here we have the final design of this box, and here you can see comparison with my hand. So box art we already mentioned. Here you can see also some information about the manufacturer, some safety advices, and on the opposite side you'll find a marking option as well as the small hint that decals are printed in cartograph. This is a top opening box, so let's open it right now. And here is what we have inside. So as you can see, we have sprues packed or sealed into one plastic bag, and then we have assembly manual on the bottom. So let's move all this stuff to the side, and we will start with the plastic parts. I'm going to cut through them, so just give me a second because it's a sealed plastic bag. That's why it requires a bit more work, but it's doable, so just a bit more time. In the meantime, I can also remind you that you can support us with a small donation. It's quite easy thing to do because we have a huge red button which has donate written on it. And of course you will decide how much we will get, but all this money will be used for new photo and video equipment, or maybe for some interesting kits which I will show you in such video review. And with your help we were actually able to get some really great models, assemble them, and actually share with you the experience. So first of all, what I'm showing here is the small envelope where usually Miniart packs the P parts, and I think this time it's not an exclusion from the rule. So here we have the P fret and also decals. Okay, this is quite unusual. Okay. So decals, as I said, it was mentioned that they're printed in cartograph, and here you can see the decal sheet. They look quite nice, and I would say it's a typical cartograph quality, so I don't think you will have any issues here. And next we continue with the P fret. So it's not the biggest P fret which Miniart included into their kits, but still it will be handy in order to copy various features on your model, and definitely a handy addition, especially as a bonus in the standard package. Next, we continue with two identical plastic sprues. I will show you only one because they are absolutely similar. And here, as you can see, we have some parts for the main chassis. These are the bars which will be installed here and there. And overall molding quality looks nice. I can see that attachment points are quite thin, so it's just a matter of careful separation and you'll be good to go. Next, we continue with the wheel parts. Again, two identical sprues. Here they are. I will leave only one on the table. And as I said, here we have the wheels, road wheels. Here they are. Also we have wheel fenders, and if I flip it over, because we are looking at the rear part, so here you can check the parts from the face side, let's say. And molding quality looks nice. The road wheel should be assembled out of all of the circles, so it's actually the plastic part. You don't have to deal with various rubber elements, and this is really great because you will get a nice quality, and you can also weather them properly, paint them properly, not like the rubber parts. Okay, next. Here we have the smaller sprue. So this one, I guess, is concerned with the storage boxes. Nothing unusual. Here you can see that it is detailed from both sides, so quite nice. Next, we have the clear plastic sprue, and again it is packed into a sealed plastic bag, so I'm opening it right now. And here we have lenses for the headlamps and taillights. If I zoom in, you can see what I'm talking about. Molding quality looks nice. Usually Miniart does not include any masks or masking templates into their kits, so all these clear parts will have to be masked with your own hands and tools, but I think if you are going for such build, you should be ready for this as well. Next, we continue here with the sprue. Well, it's actually interconnection between two square sprues, so I will zoom out in order to show one side first. Here you can see we already get these armor panels which will be installed onto the lorry. So here we have the panels for the front cap, and here we have panels for the rear section. These are quite large. We do not have wooden texture as far as you can see. Just give me a second, I'll take a closer look myself. It's not a smooth surface, but it's not exactly the wooden texture. Maybe if I bring it closer like that, you can see what I'm talking about, but still it's something what will be good to work with, maybe to copy a bit of the wood surface. And if I flip over the sprue, so here we don't have anything, I would say, notable, but here note that we have some parts for the front cap, and this is really important because it will add more features to the overall build. Next, we continue with the quite narrow sprue, so here I think it's worth zooming in and then just sliding it through the shot. So here you can see we have a lot of parts for the engine and drivetrain, also for the interior. Here we have the steering wheel, for example, and also some storage boxes, which I guess, or bonnet panels actually, maybe. So I guess they can be opened on your model, and this will be actually useful for the engine, to display the engine on your finished model. Next, we continue with more small parts. So here I guess we also get some of the drivetrain parts and other elements, a lot of thin parts, so be careful with this because it's easy to break them and it's easy also to lose them. So that's why it's better to use the right tools when you are working with such stuff. And last but not the least is the sprue A. So here we have, I would say, universal parts for this lorry kit. And you can see that we have a bit of flash here and there. It's not exactly on the parts, it's on the sprue itself, but still it's visible. And I don't think it will cause any troubles during the assembly. I can also see here some of the engine parts and gearbox parts. We also have the leaf springs, some of the wheel axles. Also here you can see the main chassis bars. And I really like how the rivets and, for example, here the wooden texture is copied. I wonder if this wooden part will be actually used in this kit, because as you remember, we have everything completely replaced with the armor panels. So who knows, maybe they will stay in your spare parts box. But in order to find out, we have the assembly manual. So just give me a second. I'll take it out of the box, place it here. Let's zoom out a bit. And also close the lenses. So this is a color printed brochure. As you can see, we have a short here, also not a history note, but the features list. And here we continue with the parts map. So there are no signs which parts are not used, but we have the colors chart. Assembly process starts with an engine, so it should be quite detailed for something you get out of the box. That's why I would recommend to play a bit with weathering, and note that also manufacturer suggests some additional details with the metal wire. So you can add your own metal wire in order to copy the ignition plugs, wiring, and all other stuff. Next, we continue here with the main chassis assembly, and I'm just looking at a lot of bars going in between these main bars. And next we continue with the leaf springs and also start assembling the front radiator. Again, a lot of suggestions in form of the metal wire usage. So in case you would like to have some fine features on your model, definitely follow this, and they will give you even more fine details on your vehicle. And in my opinion, this is a really nice choice or nice approach to the kit design, because it gives you an opportunity to detail your model a bit more, or maybe just to skip it and go with out-of-the-box approach. Here we continue with the frontal section or front cap. As you can see, the armor panel gets installed. Here we have the steering column, the floor panel, and also some of the parts for the cowling. Here we assemble the exhaust, and note that manufacturer also suggests how you can open the bonnet panels, or how you can assemble it with the closed bonnet panels, which is really useful because it might be handy for some diorama ideas. It might be handy also for exposing the engine only. Next, we continue with this special armor shield or superstructure for the front cap. And then we start building the rear section. So again, a lot of armor panels going together. And wheel fenders, headlamps. Here we assemble the wheels and install them into the place. And also these special steps which were used in order to get inside. So 57 steps in total. Not that many, but again, if you follow these super detailed steps, it might be quite an interesting experience. And also here we have one and only marking option, but I guess you can play with weathering in order to copy what is actually depicted here. So whole kit should be already available. You can get it, for example, in Modelimex or any other good model shops. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.